Well, I come back, so I'm up at Taylor's Farm Shop in Latham. I've just been up the road to the second storage unit to put up some more racking and drop some more kit off, and on the way back I thought I'd just check these 2 hives. So this is where the helicopter flew over last week. That's a problem. I haven't brought any feed with me. So next time I pass I need to bring some up for these sooner rather than later. At least it's still alive at the minute, so I'll get that done either later on today or tomorrow, hopefully, and then peace of mind, I know they're alright. Quite cold today, chilly wind. Forecast cold all week. I was gloating about the nice warm wet sunshine last week and weather. Not this week. Just over at Taylor's Farm then, back to these hives that I pointed out the other day. They might have wild birds that just got off this SFI as I pulled up, so that's doing a right job there. It's Wednesday again. I've got to midweek and I've hardly filmed any content again. Just spending so much time recently on phones, on Teams calls, on courses and things like that. So it's just a good job it's not the peak of the season, because I'd be screwed really. But I mean, not bad problems to have. It's just I didn't think it'd be taking up so much time doing other stuff, but you have to watch what you wish for, don't you? So I'm going to stick some feed on these. I've got a delivery down the road at a barn, and another couple of little drop-offs on route, and a few more hive checks, and that should probably do us for today, I think. And then much more of the same tomorrow. I'm going to try and get into Liverpool to L1 and things like that. So yeah, more checks in, more fondant. Getting through it on the slide, to be fair. So I'm just trying to wrap this week up, and then next week it's all about the beekeeping show in Telford. So if you go into the beekeeping show, give us a mention in the comments, let us know if you're going, and then drop in and see us. We'll be on the Tetron UK stand. I think I said that last week, maybe not, don't know. So yeah, we'll be on the Tetron stand showcasing some of the great products. We'll have our merch there, so if you want to buy any of our t-shirts, hoodies, caps, whatever else we've got, God knows. But yeah, come check us out. Yeah, let us know you're going, and we'll have a little catch up in person. But yeah, just got lots to do next week, packing the truck up for that. So like I said, we've got our own little setup there. What else we got on? Just loads of bits and bobs. You know what it's like. But it's certainly drying out quite a bit. I couldn't walk across here, went me well as the other week, but I weighed all these down because this is a site where we had the mice in the nuke, and then a couple of roofs are blowing off as well, but Andrew was kind enough to put them back on for us. Let's have a see what we're facing. So this is the dilemma that I have, because there's too much in that packet to be taken off and wasting, but at the same time it would mean probably coming back next week just to make sure they've not run out. Unless I just move it over a bit and put 2 on for now. They've got a little bit more there, haven't they? Well, we'll risk it for that one. And then the next one, I think this is actually still got a super on. Let's stay at that now. That's the other thing. Bloody washing machine's never off at a minute. Oh. Welcome back. You're right there now, stay where you are. See, this one I've actually ripped the crown board off with everything, but you can see they've still got loads of stores in here. Small cluster of bees, 3 frames. And somehow I've left the row strips in that one, but I won't be taking them out now. Chuffing hell. Right, I'll stick all of it now. Got dead bees in the top of that for whatever reason. Dark fry bees those as well. Whether that was a swarm or whatever, but it doesn't look like our genetics. Right, check these couple of nukes over here. So this wasn't a permanent site, if you remember. This is where the purple field beans were and the sunflowers. But by the time we came to move the bees off, it was too wet to get the truck on, and we didn't want to make a mess, because it's actually a taxiway that for microlights. So the microlights are down at the bottom, and we didn't want to turn the taxiway up, so we just left them on here over winter. But we are looking to expand some of our static sites next year. I'll take you to one in a minute actually, or shortly, where we've just got a couple of hives on site, but it does produce quite a lot of blossom honey, spring and summer, so we're going to expand that with a few more 40-12s, I think, is the idea. No, all good there. Too, so it was just the one hive really that wanted to top up. Right, make my way back to the truck and then take it to the next site. Chilly wind that. So we're just making our way over to these two hives I was just telling you about. So we've been on this will be our 3rd season coming up that we've had hives on here. I think, to be fair, it takes at least that, a couple of years anyway, to kind of understand how a site works and whether it's productive and actually worth having bees on there. But this one is, as I've said, it makes a great spring and summer crop, although in winter it's just need a bit of a walk to get to it, because as you can see the ground's a little bit soft, but it's a small price to pay also for a decent honey yield. So the plan with this site, here we go, as you can see we've got plenty of room, so we can stretch all the way up to that oak tree there. And I think what we're going to do, swap these two national deeps out here for what, 20 40-12s. So I'll bring a load of the Payne's polyhives down and some more hive stands. I'll just make a decent row of it, and then I'll come in checking 20 hives or so then, aren't we? For, and obviously get a decent crop then. The reason I prefer to use my 40-12s at my static sites is so I don't have to keep moving 40-12 hives around through the season. I've said that in a previous video. So yeah, these will become some of the migratory hives and the national wooden deeps, and then we'll fetch some 40-12s up for this season, I think. Just need to get busy making some more hive stands. Right, let's see how these are doing. We just had a little bag on there and they've eaten some, not all, but you see the bees in the top. Let's put a fresh one on. Generally we won't put 2 hives on a site, although we do have a couple with just 2 hives on, because if you're coming and travelling around, you might as well a little bit better, aren't they? Again, put one on. Yeah, so if you're coming inspecting, you might as well come and inspect 20 hives rather than coming all out here just to inspect 2. So that's the reason we kind of pick our sites wisely and max them out, really. About right, isn't it? Get out of the truck and I park right over a stinking pile of shit. More boring checks then. Says boring, it's essential. Especially with these newts, because ultimately it's our revenue, isn't it? It's payday, so need to be on top of these. Not lying, they're it's not keeping me up at night, but they're on my mind quite a bit. Obviously we need to get as many as we can through, and if I'm not on the ball and I'm not checking them, it's like they're having a tidy up down there with some trimming the trees back in the... See, there's a massive market now for that biomass and things like that, isn't there? So a lot of people trimming stuff and doing a bit of DIY and maintenance and making some money on the side with it. Still need to make an eat for that one, because I just can't get enough fondant on those ones before it needs topping up. Alright, these should be alright. I think it was only a week or so ago, wasn't it, I brought you up here. They are smashing it though, that's for sure. Now getting through it, I'll just check the weight of these. See, I'm not exaggerating that. There's loads of stores in them. They're just choosing the fondant over the cap stores inside. Again, it's not a bad thing. At least it's some peace of mind knowing they're doing all right. They're very active. That's for sure. As you can see, they're not still on the frames clustered up by any means. Again, that comes down to genetics, doesn't it? You'll get the bee a lot going on a bit black bees and stuff like that, but also we choose buckfast genetics for spring build up and honey production. And I get that. I guess that's one of the things, you know what I mean, they use more stores going through winter. Need two hands here. Use more stores going through winter, and obviously a bit more lively on the frames. Right, I'm gonna put the camera down somewhere and try and get two hands on job. So here's one, wants a bit of feed on, full to the brim with bees. And just a little bit of feed left, so we'll get some on those once I've checked the rest of these. So again, I'm just flipping the lids, seeing what they've got inside. If they need it, I'll just leave the lid upside down, then I know that's one I need to come back to. And then just make sure they've all got a bit. I think I need to get myself a new phone. It's always dead hazy like a Kate Bush video. But just with a boy here now, we're off to the first game of the Wigan Warriors. But he just literally informed me that, Dad, you do notice a solid crowd, don't you? And we are, let me flip you around here. We are sat in traffic, probably still about 10 miles. No, that's exaggeration. Got over 5 miles from the ground anyway. So kick-off's at 8, we're 20 past 7. Let's see what time we get there. So we've literally made it with minutes to spare.
Warriors fans, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
What a poor show of a game that was last night. So fair play to Lee. They played well, just Wigan underplayed, but ended up a football score 1-0 to Lee. So almost unheard of in rugby. Right, back at Liverpool 1. A couple of packs of fondant, and we're going to check on these bees. To be honest, they got plenty of syrup into these. I put a big slab of fondant on not too long ago, so I will be surprised if they actually need anything, but we're contracted to check on them, so just open the truck rather than shutting it. So that's what we're going to do, we're going to check on them. There we go, that's better. No volume there. I hate doing that when I get on to edit it and there's no sound. Like I say, I don't envisage these needing anything. I'll put decent slabs of fondant on them. There we go, Liverpool red. So we'll just cast his eye over, make sure everything's okay, and then put them back to bed. As predicted. I think they're going to be alright for food for a while.